Welcome everybody to Dinosaur Island. This is GL1 and you're going to join us on a jungle adventure. Now this island is one of the other islands they've been doing experimenting with, and some velociraptor and other dino DNA has gotten into the local population of animals. So we're going to see various turtles like sliders, and we're going to see some crabs and all kinds of critters here, lizards, and some of them might have dino DNA depending on, what they look like. But we do have to be careful because we've heard there are some velociraptors here and they're quite protective of this area. So I'm here with my mates to do this survey. I'm going to introduce you to them right now. All right, so the fella financing our expedition to Dinosaur Island is none other than billionaire John Hammond, dinosaur lover and science enthusiast, and he brought with him a couple of scientists you may have seen in the other movies. Once again, we have Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Ellie Sattler, both experts in dinosaurs, dinosaur DNA and behavior. And then to protect us from anything that might go wrong is me mate from Australia, Robert Muldoon, with his non-lethal electric stick. Oh, he's real good with that to protect us from any dinosaurs and anything else out there. And he can help point out dangers before we can even see them. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to start our walkabout through the jungle. We've got some dense foliage over here. You've got to be careful what you touch because you don't know if it's got some kind of stingers on it or some kind of irritant. As you see, we've got palm trees up there. And we're looking to see what kind of critters live here, while at the same time we're keeping an eye out for velociraptors. Right here where there's a lot of palms that are down, my experience has told me that that's a velociraptor encampment. What they do is they pull the palms down and they make like a bedding. Well, it's a pretty big area, so there must be a nasty big clutch of velociraptors over here. Looks like we're going to have to really be careful. Now this is the hottest time of the day, so it's likely that they've moved inland more is to avoid some of the heat. To the untrained eye, that just looks like a bunch of palms randomly pushed up against a tree. But I know what that is that's a velociraptor house. What they do is they push them up against the tree and they live inside, stay away from the elements. Kind of creepy, isn't it? We're so close to where they live. There's a lizard right there. I don't know if you can see him running underneath the foliage. They're so quick. Here's a little bit of the coastline. Of Dinosaur Island. Alright, well, it's getting late in the day. We're going to move further inland because that's where all the critters are anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right here in the jungle, and here's like a jungle dino bird. Some kind of raptor. Look at him, he's all red-faced. He's looking angry, he's looking right at me. Well, let's not disturb her. I don't know if it's a he or a she, but it's hot out here, and it looks like it's just relaxing, trying to chill out. Probably not too thrilled that I'm looking right here. Uh-oh, he's getting ornery. Put up his feathers there on his head, trying to warn me back. Just take a look at the foliage here, and there's a gorgeous butterfly. flying around. What is going up there? This is real deep bush. Who knows what kind of monsters are living in there? No, they're not monsters, they're dinosaurs and lizards, turtles. We love them all here, but you gotta be careful. Look at this jungle right here, just to give you an idea of how far into the bush we are. Anything can happen here. I hope there's no raptors, but you never know, because they hunt you. You don't see them till it's lunchtime, and then you don't got any time left. Look at these ancient Silurian crabs. See them scurrying all about under the water. You see them there? Hiding right there in plain view under the water. You can see them scurrying about. Once I came over here, they run into the water. We can go down this waterway, deep into the jungle. Could be some raptors back there though. If you look real careful in that last video, you can see something leap in the water. There's a big splash. That was a giant lizard looking to hide from us. They're a real shy type, unless they're sneaking up on us to take a bite. Look at the size of that prehistoric turtle. Whoa, he looks like he's about 15, 18 inches long. But because we're so far away, that's how big he looks, but he's probably more like 6 feet long, weighing 2,000 pounds. Oh, he's turned his head looking at us now. Oh, he's just there on the log, taking it all in. Oh, looks like he's starting to move around. He's popping his head and moving his leg. Maybe he's getting a little nervous. Or maybe he's getting hungry. And he's thinking of coming up here, taking a bite out of GL1. Well, I'm not going to hang out here too long and find out. And there's 2 turtles, one there in the water, one up on the branch on the tree trunk. Oh, slipping in there, and then there's a bird looking real intent. Looks like he spied something to eat. It's all bush out here. Jungle creatures. Dr. Grant wants us to know that those turtles were giant versions of sliders. Normally, they're not very aggressive, but when they're like 16 feet long and they're in competition with dinosaurs for food, they can be quite nasty. There's a dino lizard. Look at that green face. Oh, he's gorgeous. Look at that. That's a living lizard right there. Oh, he's moving his head. He's not too frightened of us, 'cause he knows if he wants to, he could take a munching, take home an armful dinner tonight. Or say he's showing me he can eat plants and he can eat people. He's a green purple eater. Oh, there he goes into the bush. There he goes. He's walking. He's not afraid to just hang out with us, 'cause he knows we don't stand a chance. But he's giving us a nice long look at him. Some people might think it's a baby iguana, and maybe, It's a baby iguanodon dinosaur. I don't know, he looks like he likes the sound of that, the way he's cocking his head around. He sure is one cute monster. Look at that lizard. Good thing Robert Muldoon is here with his non-lethal electrified shocking stick to keep giant turtles and iguanodons away. I mean, the last thing you want is a giant iguana sneaking up on you, but with somebody like Robert Muldoon, he'll keep an eye open for us. Right there's some kind of dinosaur cave. You see that? Something lives in there. Get too close, it might snatch us and drag us in. There's critter caves all over here. It's a big one right there. See that? And then another. Size of that termite mound up there. Oh, out here, where the dinosaurs are, everything's bigger. Well, you don't want that falling all over you, getting termites all over you. Good eating, though. Take a look at the size of those ferns. They're gigantic. Gotta have big ferns to feed big dinosaurs. Take a look at this, everybody. That's the shedding of a giant praying mantis. Dino DNA must have got into the insects too. Look at the size of that next to the hand. It's gigantic. Oh, that thing will just take a munch right out of you. Alright, you see this vine here? This is one of those vines, ancient vines from the Permian period, that if you get too close to it, it'll grab you and pull you in, and then put little suction cups on you, suck out all your juices. There's a lizard right there on the tree, right there. He was climbing up. You see that little critter? I don't know if he's some kind of dinosaur baby, but he's watching us now. What you're taking a look at right here is Jurassic baby piranha. You don't want to dip your toe in there, or they'll take your entire foot right off. That's a rather feisty looking crab right there. Looks like he's just sunning himself there, waiting for something to come by and get his claws into. There's a little crab critter right here. Now look at his right arm. That's his fighting arm. That's ready for taking out big prey, or breaking off big chunks of coconuts, or flipping over some of his rivals. Oh, it's dinosauric. Look at that crab. Looks like he's missing one little arm, but he doesn't look like he's hurting for anything. Dr. Sadler discovered that there was a roof torn off one of the facilities, and we looked down and we saw giant land crabs. Looks like they're trapped in there, but they've got a couple of pools of water. Looks like they could probably crawl out at any time, so we better get out of here. They'll tear your flesh clean off. Some of the abandoned facilities of Jungle Island used to be used by the scientists doing research. We gotta be careful because it's real dark and scary, and you never know what kind of creatures are living in here. Boy, if you run into a Couple of velociraptors in here. There's nowhere to go except down in their belly. Gotta be real careful going around this turn over here. We don't want to run into anything looking for us. Let's just go on and on. It's quite dangerous. Crikey, let's get out of here fast. This is a real spooky corridor here. Boy, you can see the ocean. As you can see, Jungle Island is quite remote. You can look out here and see into the ocean, and there's nothing around. This facility was abandoned quite a while ago, obviously. But now we've got to pick up the pieces and figure out just what's going on. We've got to move slowly down these stairs, because Dr. Sadler got some kind of giant dinosauric mosquito bite on her leg. Watch your step there, Mr. Hammond. Alan, can you hold him and make sure he's steady? These are slippery. While this facility's been abandoned, it looks like a very large dinosaur, probably some kind of sauropod like Diplodocus, was up here laying eggs. The scientists here had rather sparse places to stay. What, sparse facilities? And those muskets, I don't think they're going to be effective against large dinosaurs. Just in case things get out of hand, sometimes you've got to have a really big gun. We're gonna have to break the lock on this door to get outside onto the dock. Well, you look at the size of that cruise ship. Did they leave another way and leave a ship like that? Or did they just not make it to the boat? All right, mates. So we've left this facility and we've had to go back into the bush into the interior of the island. So, we saw a lot of scary things inside that facility, but now we're gonna see what other kinds of dino critters are around. And again, we're gonna try to avoid that clutch of raptors that are all out here. We're gonna get in a little closer, try not to, well, I say try not to scare him, but more like try not to have him come on out here and want to take a bite, because I know they get hungry. Look at him there, he's just filtering through the water. Well, he's not moving, because he ain't scared. He knows we've got a lot more to lose than he does. Right here you see one of the blue crabs out in the bush. You see him bubbling there? He's just waiting for something to come by. He's going to use his pinchers, and he's just going to grab it and drag it under. Normally those crabs are much smaller, but the dino DNA's got in here, and he must be like 2 or 3 feet across. Here's some of the dense jungle foliage that you see. Now looky right here. Now there's a broken branch. That was probably made by some kind of big dinosaur. Maybe a T-Rex or a Gigantosaurus. You never know out here on this island. Hear those sounds? Exotic birds, dinosaur warbles. Yeah, some of the swampy areas. Maybe we can catch something trying to get a drink. Just look at how dense that is. You can see there's a big river behind us. I mean, behind the foliage. Mr. Hammond, if you wouldn't mind turning your phone off so it doesn't beep. Yeah, here's an abandoned dock. Yeah, the scientists would go out there into the river on the boats. Probably feeding the plesiosaurs. Here's a small lake. You never know when you might see something pop its head up. It's a real waiting game out here. There's a lizard right here. Now look at that stripe down his back. That's not like the other lizards. Yeah, it looks like he has some kind of raptor DNA in it. Look at his head. It looks just like a raptor. Oh, he's turning his head, trying to get a better look at us. He's pretty small, maybe about 3 or 4 feet long. So his mother might be around. Over here's a couple of little baby lizards. Yeah, he's crawling right towards us. You see that? He's looking right at us. He's real curious. And then I saw one on the tree. But this one's right here right now. Let's see if we can zoom in on him. Out here on Jungle Island, there's a lot of strong storms that wreck some of the docks. Oh, and there's one of those jungle ducks. And then we've got another termite mound up in the tree. If you're careful, there's just life teeming everywhere. All right, see there? See that bird there? Oh, he's fishing for something. Robert wants me to tell you, Dr. Sattler, don't move too far ahead. Everybody, take a look at this termite mound. This is by far the largest termite mound I've ever seen. It's enormous. Yeah, come on closer and we'll take a look at those termites. Yeah, bring it in, Dr. Sattler. Take a look, they're going crazy over here. Look, they've spilled out one of the holes. They're looking all around. Well, that is really something. All right, Dr. Sattler, nice job. If dinosaurs were termites, we'd have the easiest time finding them. There's another gigantic mound. Oh, hear those sounds? It's like wild monkeys. Oh, they're gonna end up dinosaur food for sure. There's a big iguana right up there in the middle of the road. I don't know if you can see him. I'm gonna try to zoom in. There he is. I see him and he sees us. We gotta approach real slow. They move real fast. There he goes. There he goes. We're gonna stop. Oh my God. He's enormous. He's looking right at us. I don't want to scare him. You can see him warbling under his chin there. Getting closer. See him? He's trying to warn us away. He's going there into the foliage. Oh, there he goes. Let's see if we can capture that dino lizard. He went this way into the bush. He's probably jumped into the water or is hiding, staying real still. Because that's how they hunt, like raptors. Actually, they hunt a lot of fruit that way. They're vegetarians. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting this close. Well, looks like that's about as much as we're going to get of him today. There goes some Egretosauruses. Oh, look at them all out there. Dino birds. They've got to watch out for pterodactyls because those are their favorite food. They love to eat other birds. Snatch them right out of the sky. There's something popping up and down in the water there. You see how the water's shimmering? Whoa. There's something jumping over here too. There's a lot of crazy wildlife. Sounds big. You see that jumping out? Oh, it's getting closer. Don't worry, everybody. Robert Muldoon's here. He'll make sure nothing goes wrong. Unlike the wizard, I know none of you want something to go wrong with GL1. It's up to the wizard he sent me back in the middle of a battlefield, as you all saw. Do the termites ever build a small home? My goodness, look at the size of that one too. There's just billions of termites. All these mounds everywhere. Yeah, there's a pretty fella right there.
Oh, there is another one.
There's a much smaller iguanodon up there on the road. Let's see if he sticks around. You can see him. He's poking his head up. If I wasn't here with the other 4 people, they might come after me. You all stay back there. Let me see how close I can get. We don't want to scare him off. Well, this one's sticking around. He's a lot smaller than the other one, but he's showing a little bit more fortitude. See him there? Oh, there he goes. He's walking off. He's walking off the path. Beware, iguanodon crossing. Oh, he's still staying there. Let's keep trying to get closer. He's as curious of us as we are of him. Or her. Oh, we're getting real close here. It's one gorgeous lizard. Now I hope, unlike raptors, while my attention's on this one, there aren't 2 others moving in sideways to me. Look at that fella. Oh, he's looking at us now. He's real curious. We're not here to hurt you, little fella. Oh, I should say big fella. Oh, look at him right there. Oh, I'm gonna stop right here. There he goes. Oh, he's taking his time. This one probably hasn't had a lot of contact with people, so he's not really that afraid. Oh, yeah. He's still curious, though. No, I wish I had something to give him to eat. Trying to change my angle here. He's got some personality. He's not really that afraid. He's just like, oh, boy, who's this coming close to me? Oh, it's beautiful, isn't he? Look at how close we're getting to the iguanodon. We're so lucky to be this close. I'm only about 10 feet away. can see how he walks. Watch his gait. See that? If I back up, let's see how he reacts. A little bit more confident. Let's try to get a little closer now. Oh, such a beauty. Oh, look at him go. Oh, there he goes running. Got a little too close for his comfort. All right, fella. We're going to let you be about your day. So I came back to visit that termite mound. You see how the termites are all surrounding the house to protect it so nothing gets in. But then this little lizard over here, right up here, was taking advantage. And he was eating the little termites. Good eating, like I said. See him right there? Here, let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, there we go. That lizard right there. And he was like, oh, boy, look at that. Oh, there's a bunch of termites right there I can eat. Oh, he's looking at me. He's like, hey, why don't you get out of there? I'm hungry. So we're going to leave and let him get back to what he was doing. Eating. Everybody, this is something real exciting. You see all these termites? So what they've done is they've made a network of tunnels. Well, they build like a tunnel above ground. You see, you can see here, wherever it gets broken, or some kind of animal steps on it, and then probably lizards and birds come and eat them. But you see, they go and they cross from one side to the other through these tunnels. Right, Dr. Sadler?
Yes.
Well, there's a whole bunch of them right here. Look at that. I guess they've got to fix the tunnel, so they're all working together to fix it. And it just goes from one side to the other across this road, and then they go up a tree and they build one of those mounds. This is a crab cave, and actually you can see his legs. Can you see there? The legs of the crab are right in there. Oh, that's scary. Tomorrow, we're going to hike way over to those mountains in the distance. This is a lot more than Mr. Hammond counted on, but he insisted on coming. There's the top of the volcano. Created this jungle here. You're high in the mountains, in the jungles. Fortunately, we still haven't seen any raptors. Or haven't seen anything else yet. But I'm sure they're here lurking about. It was worth it making it all the way up this mountain. We've got quite a gift right in front of us. You see there? There's a very large lizard. one of those iguanodon lizards. He doesn't see us yet. We're gonna sneak up on him real slow. Hopefully, he doesn't run off right away. We want to get close to it. Look at him there. He's just real casual, hanging out on this abandoned road. Boy, the scientists sure did leave a lot of dino lizards around. Well, now we've made a rather extensive survey of the island, and now we've made it back to one of the abandoned facilities. We're gonna have to go down there to the beach and make our way to the extraction point. Take a look at that beach. It's hard to believe anything so gorgeous could be harboring such danger, like megalodon, mosasaur, swooping pterodactyls, other dinosaurs and raptors and dino lizards and dino insects, all kinds of dangers on this island. But man, is it gorgeous here. Gotta be real careful over here that a mosasaur doesn't come up. This is the open ocean. There might be a megalodon or mosasaur that just leaps right out of the water. Look at that misty island back there, all shrouded in mystery. What kind of dinosaurs live there? Look at this. We go up, there's a mountain right here. Up there in the sky's a pterodactyl. So we're nearly finished with our exciting adventure, and now all we gotta do is wait here for the rescue team to pick us up. Oh, it looks like they're coming right now. And there went the rescue team. I don't know why they couldn't have stopped right here. Dr. Grant was waving his arms like a maniac. We're gonna have quite a hike to go all the way down the beach to meet up with them. Well, such is life. We'll be on our way. Crikey, it's a long run to the extraction point. Are you all right, Mr. Hammond? I'll stay with you. What a burst of energy, Dr. Sattler. You're leaving us all in the dust. Slow down. Nobody should run too far ahead. This is prime territory to be ambushed. Oh, I've got a strong feeling we're being watched. Slow down, Dr. Grant. I've got a feeling we're being watched. There's a giant crab right in front of you. It's not the giant crab that's the problem. It's the velociraptors. We're surrounded. And we're just so close to the extraction point. Double crikey! Those raptors are no longer interested in us. There's a giant Allosaurus! Oh, look at those raptors just turn tail and run. They didn't want to mess with that Allosaur. But now we've got to worry about the Allosaur. Oh, Mr. Hammond, she seems particularly interested in you. What do you think that's all about? Mr. Hammond, is that an Allosaur egg? Didn't you learn anything from seeing Jurassic Park 3? Don't take the dinosaurs' eggs. Well, it looks like a lot of dinosaurs care for their young. Aww. Well, we best be getting out of here right away. Those raptors might change their mind. They might scare easily, but they could be back in far greater numbers.